Hey
Hello guys, what's going on tonight?
Hey people, welcome.
How are you all doing?
Hey young fam, hey young fam, hey young fam. Yes guys, night tonight, it's December 28th. How much days till New Year, Leo?
Only
Well, seriously.
but Friday and New
On
Year?
Friday, New
Friday
Year.
and New Year.
People, please remember to like up the live and share us out as gonna enter. Present ones.
I know people want 2020 done, you know. Can't wait 2021 start.
True. Why?
2020 bring too much stress in them life.
2021 are gonna be much better.
Mm.
Another year for resolution, don't. Resolution.
Another resolution want to get better.
How are gonna make it better now?
If you want to get better, you're right, number one tonight. Big up
Hey,
yourself, you're right.
welcome.
Wait, as much people jump on already.
Number one,
Easy, no?
number one person. Duro getting big prize.
Yeah, man, Mr. Grand Prize
know,
winner.
Grand prize.
Yeah.
How you feeling?
No more digital loan to your thing, you're right.
No more digital loan. We set you up to 1 week.
No more digital loan to your thing.
Shelanten's awesomeness. Hey guys.
Hello, big up Shelanten, awesomeness. Welcome.
JM family, welcome.
Welcome, JM. JM, not big up for your life.
Yes, man.
No respect.
You did really good for your first life, girl. We're really proud of you. Right?
We seem like you do this thing like a long time.
We love your confident JM family. Right? When sure, so we stay to the end. Right? Showed you some love, people.
Yeah, man, we have to support JM. JM always there. Our JM on sleep, JM still there.
The rose said, "Ding-a-ling-a-ling." D&D family says good night.
Hi, welcome D&D family. Big up.
Yes, guys, please remember to like up the live and share us out tonight. We're talking all about stress and anxiety.
Stress and anxiety tonight, people.
Yeah, man.
How much I want to anxious with the new year? D&G family says good night. Family with a purpose says hi guys. Hello and welcome family with a purpose too. Big up yourself. D&D comment so much short. Wait, D&D family says good night.
Alright, remember, Shar Glove said we have black road tonight. Shar, you're not blocking no road tonight.
No road block. Call police for you to lock you up.
Yes, sir. No block
D&D
road
family
over
says,
here.
guy, I have a promo deal.
Okay.
Alright, Cassidy Campbell says, hey guys. Jim family says,
no, but my vex video cards me keep alive and you don't. I'm checking out. The room boy said, when you're not ears are coming get worse, it mutates and I keep.
Yeah, we hear them something
Yes, the room we hear about it. Then he said, nothing you guys on my side. What's going on? Then the family we didn't show you some love. D&D.
No man, D&D was supposed to visit D&D house long time ago.
Yeah man, but you know after the live,
back still.
I'm gonna ensure that if that's love button is not shown, we'll surely show you some love, but we're sure. But we're gonna double check the ND.
Sure, you know, so me feel away.
You feel away,
sure. Boy says like Jim family, me nah say you have channel. I go look. Okay, so you never know say you have channel Jim family.
You know, once I just see family and all these things and all that things, you know, kind of figure out that, you know, there are other YouTubers. So,
yeah, man, Jim just finished our good up live,
yes,
man.
Live, good up.
Live shot. Shark Globe says, good night, Roy.
Active Troops say, hey.
Hello, good night. Welcome back, Active Troops.
Yes. Active Troops say, hey, D&D, because I'm not getting the love from you, but I'm here still blessed, you know.
Alright, we'll check you out after
sure,
this.
Check you out, man, because we love show love to people, we support, you know, D&D, right? Active Troops is a thumbs up the live, guys. Share us out as well. Active Troops is a good topic. Okay. Yes, Active Troops.
Come on, we're jumping tonight, Shark. Come on, jumping tonight, Shark.
Face all of these stress and anxiety, but nobody not talk about it. You know, we're here to touch on the matter tonight. Shark looks a lot rich and happy at the room. Well happy. You can't talk about no digital loan. You know, we're not sure. Active Troops says, and thank you, family with a purpose too, for sharing us out. We see you. Right? So active truth say at Shar, what's good? A family with a purpose to say when anxiety kick in, it not tricky. Let them know family with a purpose too. The robot Shar, did you me rich right now? Yeah, the family's laughing Shar Globe says so how me get promotion over there for man and over yeah. Shar Globe we don't that's not our style as it regards to our life. We do encourage each you guys to show each other love. We really appreciate you guys jumping on every night, but that's not our what do you call it, Leonard?
Not our style.
Yeah, for want of a better word.
But we always encourage them.
Always encourage, yeah, to show each other love. Jane family say at the road by your pay off your learn, you reach early before me. Of course. Shark Globe says festive gypsy. Festive, Shark Globe says Bill Gates in the building at the road. We'll reach tonight, Shark. Jane family say please like out the live, shirt out please and thank you. The robot that shall right true. Kimberly Walker, good night,
Kimberly Walker.
Kimberly was another recipient. Kimberly, the rule. Who else on here gets thing? We gave everybody this today. That one.
Man, Jane get a Shark Globe, get George,
Kimberly get. Everybody get a little thing. Yeah, if we not come last night, we celebrate our, 1K. We gave away some credit. The row got the best of it, right? Which part we reach, babe? So the rose said that child, right? True. Kimberly said good night. Shannon said, oh, it's the baby. The baby is so well, all right,
Yeah, man, baby, good.
Baby Kai is really nice, right? The boy said, wait, they call in a keep tonight. Calling can keep any night.
Yeah.
You just have to say the word.
If you want calling, you can call in, man.
Say the word and you guys can get access, right, to call in. Right? No share, no promotion. That's not our style. Not all in our heart and we all love it, but that's not our style of the life. Don't babe? But Jane Pam said, Robert, I'm not at your house. I say it. Okay, next time you come today. My first life and I glad at share the young family and Shelley's the live life. Alright. Me go show love. So Duro said she go him go show you some love, Jane family. Right? Shark Love is giving me that thing. Me can call in, I can call in anytime you have a story, Duro.
How long can they want your voice, not the right?
Yes, man, we need to know, we need to hear your voice, right? We know what it means, because we were over, they call it, Jane family.
Yeah, man, we got to support Jane family.
That style, basically, it's not saying that there's anything wrong with it at all. It's not for us. I think that really and truly keeps it to get out of control. As it regards to that, they have to be really strong to have that style of thing.
I would love to want that take over the live. We want to stick to the topic.
Yeah, we want to have a topic. We come on the night time and we discuss, or whether we, we encourage you guys to show each other some love, right? And ensure that the love them stick people. We don't want to wake up tomorrow and see it like
show it the right way.
Show it the right way, guys.
And for some reason, one time that format sometimes it just almost like you get certain love and it's like you take off more than you actually get sometimes. It's kind of a slippery slope sometimes, but guys, we do encourage you to
show each other some love.
And show it the right way.
I need a note of whomever is on here and family with a purpose too. There's the first time we've seen family with a purpose too. I don't think so.
I think so at all.
All right, which part we reach, people. So guys, in the interim, that me no want forget nothing. Right? Tonight we're talking about stress and anxiety, and we would like to know, what do you guys, is there a difference really between stress and anxiety? That is one. Number two, when you can share in, when you can call in, me and your friend on Facebook, so you can call me in, right? We would like to know if you guys have ever experienced, any stress or anxiety, something that you would like to share. You understand? If you guys have ever experienced it and if it ever ruin or mash up your life a little. Because me know it's a very serious thing, people, not many persons talk about it, But yeah. Right?
Family with a purpose too says I was driving a 24-foot truck once on a bridge, but it was a narrow road, mind you. I have my license and I have been driving for over 9 years. When I tell you anxiety hit me on the bridge, my heart was pounding.
All right, the Rover say you were calling me, but we missed your call.
No, black man.
Yes. I'm gonna switch Obi's phone to my account
Yeah, man,
because
shout
we are
out the Facebook
using.
Messenger. So
Yeah, sorry about that. We finally gonna hear the Rover people. Give him a round of applause. People, the Rover is calling in people.
So Shark Up says, Roy, don't use the S word. Oh yeah, Roy. The S word is a blasphemy to YouTube.
And the Rover, oh, you switch. You press switch. Come on, switch to my account. You know, really phone. Alright, so I'm trying to switch to Obi's account to my account.
Probably sign out and use that.
There is something when you just click that access switch.
So James Hamlin said 13 people on the live. Please like it up. Please like it up. Roy said, answer my call. Yes, Roy. We have switched. We have switched the Facebook Messenger from my account to my wife's, so she can answer it through my phone. Because her phone currently now doing the live. Alright, so
but you miss so we never really got in depth with the anxiety as it regards to the person that was driving the truck. In depth in the sense that you see how long you say my drive the people, but anxiety can be a hell of a thing.
Yeah, that's really affecting. Even after having experience.
Having a lot of experience, right?
So you
all right,
say, okay.
Duro, call back, Duro.
Yes, you can call back now, Duro. So Duro, when I call you, I'm gonna put you on speaker. I'm gonna put beside the other phone, and the others will actually hear you and what you have to say.
All right. So, people, Duro,
yeah, man. So Duro is on the line, so we're gonna take him right. Hello, good night, Roy. What's going on?
Yes,
hi, good night. You are live and on speakerphone. Everyone's supposed to be hearing you. What's going on tonight?
Good night, everyone. Good night.
Shall I get big up, you know?
Shall I get special big up? Nice having you on, man.
Yeah, it's good to be on. Big up on yourself, my favorite small YouTubers.
Thanks much.
Oh, thank you so much, Duro.
Yeah, so I just wanted to speak a bit of the anxiety topic.
Yeah.
So, to ask a question earlier, I was asking if like anxiety and stress are different.
Yeah.
Stress is just your body's response to a change in an environment. So it doesn't have to be bad. It can be good as well.
You guys hearing?
Hold on, Duro. Speak up a bit louder if you can. Persons, are you hearing Duro? Let us know if you're here, okay? Alright, you can continue, Duro. Oh, so I was saying that you're a bit low, so you can speak up a bit, or speak into the phone if you can't speak up any louder.
Not hear him? Let him know, people. Just turn up him. Are you guys hearing Duro? Say him low. Duro, you need to protect your voice. Hello. Are you guys hearing him any better, people? Talk Duro.
Alright, go ahead, Duro.
So I'm saying that there's a difference between stress and anxiety. Stress is just your body's response to a change in environment. So person standing on the road and a car approaching you, and that feeling that they get to run out of the road, that is actually stress. So stress isn't always bad. You have two types of stress. That one is called stress, which is good stress, which is going out of the road. And you have distress, which is the one that is most common. So it's not easy. worried and depressed.
Mm-hmm.
Anxiety is more biological or more psychological.
Mm-hmm.
Anxiety, of course, different for everyone, but it's just everyone is telling me that you're worrying about too much. So as someone who's struggling with anxiety, I don't think like I have attention or anxiety, which sounds crazy, but listen the rational.
Mm-hmm.
So I would share, for example, 7 p.m. Some problems like 1 o'clock. I have to write it down for 7 o'clock tonight. After that, I have to write it down for 7 o'clock tomorrow. 7 o'clock comes the following night. I realized that what I was stressing about was not really important.
Okay.
Because the thing with anxiety is that it wants you to feel bad right now.
Okay.
But with anxiety, it doesn't come and stay. So if you're supposed to give in to that feeling, then that's how we get a panic attack or an anxiety attack.
Mm-hmm.
But if you are supposed to schedule a time, you know that I can only get worried at this time of the day. You realize that your problems aren't as big as you think they were.
So you said, Dura, you actually schedule a time for you to have those anxiety, like you schedule a time where you actually entertain anxiety.
Well, in a nutshell, yes, but it's actually a mechanism that I came up with to get rid of it. Because if you're supposed to get like depressed or get anxious about everything that happens,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to live a miserable life. But you tell
Right.
yourself, 7 o'clock tonight, I will deal with this. By 7 o'clock come, you realize, say, when I go by that stress out myself over something that happened from 1 o'clock today, when nobody
Okay.
know I'm
Okay.
here. So it's just like a mechanism that I came up with to help myself.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Instead of having it actually controlling you when it wants to, you basically try to put it in a specific space.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
right.
sometime when that time comes, you really realize that, hey, I'm not even anxious anymore. So
Yeah, there's no reason.
there's no reason.
Right. And another thing about anxiety,
Mhm.
biggest thing about it is that it's the fear of the unknown
Right.
in some cases. So I have for example, I have a job interview tomorrow.
Mhm.
I get an anxiety attack because I don't know what is going to happen tomorrow.
Right.
And we realize that anxiety causes us to worry about things we cannot control.
True.
So we have to realize that we are not in control of time, we are not in control of space. We have to just exist as we are and do what we can do for now.
That is true. That is true, Duran.
Yeah, because I've had it very bad, but as I said, I confused myself. I said that in a few videos ago, and it actually helps.
So you find that you actually, what do you call it now, have less time scheduled for it since you have been doing it?
No, I still schedule the same 7 to 8, but I have never happened to use the time.
Okay.
It's just
Okay.
there,
Okay.
but I just tell myself that it's there.
Okay. That indeed is a good way to actually help. It's the first time actually hearing someone scheduling a time, for it, but it actually makes sense. Instead of having it come when it wants to, you actually put it in a time zone where you entertain it.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, look at this now. Stop and think about the last time you were worried about something, anything, simple or major, and look back at it from the point of view of right now. You realize that I was worried about burning up the chicken, or else I was worried about arguing with someone. And then you look back now and you're saying that was so stupid. Why was I being so stupid for feeling depressed over something so small? Even though being depressed doesn't mean you're stupid. I just said the wrong word here, but sometimes when I look back at the things that had us weak, we realize that I was really wasting my time feeling that way.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah. Because I cannot see the comments. Is Char saying anything or JM?
No,
any
me
other
just see the
activity
from them, right? Me just see
activity
anything.
too.
But everyone
Oh,
said anxiety can also be reframed as excitement, right? Like if you're on stage in front of 1,000 people, you can see that emotion and transform emotion and transform it into excitement. You hear
that
that?
yeah,
So basically, Avery is saying that anxiety
It can be helpful.
it can be excitement
You can
too.
channel it into
You can.
something that can be
wait,
used
to add,
We
positively.
never ever do that before, Avery. That you know,
Trish,
yeah.
to add to that, I
Mm.
agree with you because we tend to believe that anxiety is a bad thing, but
Yeah.
it's not always bad. All right, think about you have an interview or you have a performance. That that powerful feeling that you have in your gut. I always tell myself that it shows that I know that I have something to lose. So it's like your body's response to the fact that at any given point you can lose what you have now.
Mm-hmm. But the
A
thing
defense
about it, you know,
mechanism.
the role we know that it can no, we know that it can be transformed to excitement. However, anxiety most times it's negative.
Right, yeah, I agree, but there
90%
are
of the
positives.
time it's negative, right?
Yeah.
So Sharon had said that we are missed out, you know,
No, we're not gonna read them after the subject. That's why we're not gonna try it at the same time.
All right. From a biological point of view, though, with anxiety, um, what happens? The brain has several parts. You have the prefrontal cortex and the amygdala. Your amygdala is responsible for certain things like impulse control, behavior, and those things. Now, whenever the electrical impulses in your amygdala are occurring more than those in your prefrontal cortex, you tend to have anxiety. But whenever they are equalized, you tend to realize that over time you feel better. So what they say to do is to think about positive things, think about things that you achieve. Now, what is happening is that your prefrontal cortex is trying to compete with the part that is causing the anxiety. So that's why you realize that positive memories or even music that you like tends to help.
Okay.
But actually trying to equalize the imbalance, sorry, in your brain.
Okay.
Ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling.
thanks Zero for calling in and giving us your 2 cents, you
Yeah,
know.
very insightful.
Very insightful and you teach us a lot.
And very interesting way to actually deal with anxiety.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, man, right? This is she.
So come we catch up on some of these comments now, okay?
All right. So you have anything more to add, Leroy, or that's it?
That's it. I'll be in the comments too.
All right. Thanks much, Leroy.
Thanks so much.
Yeah, man.
We
All
never
right.
know, say, we never really go as far as to think about, you know, getting something to write down.
Mhm.
Write down, like, this is the reason why I'm anxious, right? And probably revisit it later and see why are they anxious about it. And really and truly, there's no reason that is really a good tip, you
All right.
know.
Let me catch up back on some of
But
these.
that are really good tip,
Yeah.
you know.
So let me just catch up back on some of these comments. So family with a purpose too says, I've been here before, man. Just now listen.
Yeah,
I'm just silent. Sorry. Then family says, family with a purpose. I am so sorry to hear. I'm glad you are safe. Yeah. Your experience with
the
the vehicle.
vehicle.
Joy boy says, Charmin nervous before him call.
Nervous,
You right, so the nervous, bad.
Family on purpose said, thank you, Jay and family. I always try to find something to distract me whenever I'm driving on a such road. Avery said, what's up, fans? Get your live stream. Shadow said, don't at the road.
Yeah, man, welcome April Vans. Welcome.
What's up, Shar? Back in here. Shadow said, Ray. Shadow said, ignore. Shadow said, yeah. Shadow said, we won't put down the sexy vibes. Oh, we cooking time. Hey, family.
Hello, welcome. How we cooking time?
Yes, he said, hey. You know, was trying to ensure that everyone was included. So I got a message for 876 say hello, J Entertainment said hello. Avery said,
But
you know, you
anxiety
can
can actually
change
be
it.
positive.
John, come online. Start study shot, come online. You know, Shar says that I don't really struggle with anxiety, so I'm learning tonight. So about stress, you know, Shar, stress and anxiety, you know. You know, some people tend to be stressed out, right?
Some people ever are stressed.
Stressed.
24/7.
So let me tell you something, people, because this is first really I'm learning from we used to be anxious. So I can't tell people in the comments talk through it. Sure say nah, but tell comment whether or not you guys, you know, probably do struggle with that little anxiety, like you know, or if you guys are still struggling with anxiety. We're not gonna lie, people. We used to be very anxious. We used to love work with every single thing. Every single thing, people, my mind just felt like it just continuously. I rotate. I would every single thing. What can I fix? How can I fix it? Suppose that I
Yes, I used to. Can you fix it now?
yes, anyhow, when I have as anxious as we used to be. But 90% better.
Okay.
No, seriously, I remember my first job, right? I'm gonna talk on here that you know the first time I go on vacation for the 2 weeks we get the first week basically with the disastrous. I don't worry about what we do, what we should do, and all of that. That is extreme.
After being on vacation.
After being
Slash
on
about the job.
about the job, when my mind should have been resting and me enjoying myself. You understand? So, but what I do, when I write it down like the rule, is that because a life experience basically teach me still, you know, that you know there's no real reason to be stressing about things that you can't fix or to be anxious about things that you can't change. If it is that you see that you can change it, yeah, try and change. But if it is a situation where you cannot change, there's no all you do, I'll basically turn that in. All it basically I do is stress you out. So why stress and why worry about a particular situation that you cannot change? That's what I do. I evaluate the situation and you know try to see whether or not I can change the situation. If it is that I can find that we can change it, but try not to stress. Me not tell no lie. Sometimes I might stress, but you know, me try not to make it a habit, right? John might say good night, everyone. Sure, say I don't really struggle with anxiety, so I'm learning tonight. Sure, but I do. You did have to send for me dictionary. Don't it? There are always a send me the dictionary. Sure, every say I mean, if you don't care, then anxiety doesn't affect you. If there were every I said, if you don't really care, really and truly every, or
If you don't care?
yeah, anxiety can affect you.
Well, I had social anxiety.
Like with
Like I was afraid of really talking to people. Yeah.
But
growing up.
you saying that if you don't care, anxiety na affect you. Is that really true?
Like you don't care about what?
Probably if you don't care about nothing at all. Anxiety na affect you.
But most people, I mean, most people care about something every. So it's all kind of hard for
It's like
you know care about nothing at all. So you know, not be anxious.
it just basically probably just be I'm not here. I don't know. But that's true, you know, there's some truth, you know, because it's not that if you don't care, you know, but sometimes you just tell yourself so you can't fix certain situation, but why stress? You understand? So Tommy said up and running first time. Welcome, Tommy JJ. Right? Blessing to the young family. Thank you so much. Blessing in return, Tommy. Shar is sorry, do is laughing at Shar. He's got a motor. Hello, guys.
Hi, welcome. He's got a motor. This is the first time we're seeing you here.
Yes,
Pick up yourself.
Glow boy, leave this up, guys. Shar will say, you know, Joe boy said good night, Diana. Joe said, Trish, my song, like, the way I think. Yeah, you know, it's someone like me here before.
Joe is someone like it's someone like how him type. Like how him text.
Yeah,
The maturity.
yeah,
You hear it now, but
yeah. So
yeah,
basically, you know, yeah, it's someone like what I'm expecting. When I answer the phone, I'm in a yeah, you know, a little squeaker voice
yeah,
or so. That's the road is no stop. So Dion Mary says, Game family, blessed up. Who said anxiety is not one thing, you know, it's an umbrella term. There is social anxiety where you fear socialization. There is generalized anxiety disorder and a lot of others. So to treat it, you must know which one you have. But nobody no comment in my comment section, you know, then we know whether or not like you know, especially women. That's another question. Woman or man, they get anxious more. Who gets anxious more?
Women always stress about things, so I guess
But
women will
stress
probably
and
get
anxiety
anxious.
different to you. Tell me in the comment
I mean,
section.
women always worry about things more than men.
What is stress really? What is stress?
Stress?
Mm.
What is stress?
Yeah, what is stress? What is stress?
Stress is just stress. We have to have a textbook definition for it, but it's
But one
just
time people say no, I'm stressed out. What do I mean?
I just feel probably overwhelmed,
True, overwhelmed.
feel worried,
But that is anxiety.
fearful.
Yeah. This
I
is
mean, anxiety and
and
stress
stress
all
basically
come across
correlates.
borders at some point in time
That's what I think too.
because anxiety can lead to stress, and stress can lead to anxiety. So them are going to somehow correlate.
Talk to people. No do stress or no don't stress. Because if you're not anxious or you're not the anxious person, let me say you don't stress. True or false?
You know,
If you're not an anxious person, that means you don't stress.
in general, me not stress about things. I mean, know certain things really and truly can't change.
You
So,
can't change. And that's when we try to you know, but if it is that we can't change it, it don't make no sense.
especially future things, like more time, we don't know the future. So, you know, myself stress over what happen.
But that's a question that we pose. Women or men who tend to stress more or be anxious more. What do you guys think? Let me know, people.
But anxiety is not one. Oh, yes, I think I read that already. Dion said, miss me.
Welcome, Dion.
Yes, welcome, Dion Myers. Welcome.
Said, my first time with anxiety, I thought it was a heart attack.
Oh, that's serious. Okay, now
Because it's a panic attack,
increase heartbeat and them
My
something.
chest get tight, I made it feel dead shit, and me start breathe short.
So that's one of them panic attack, Leroy. So the panic attack part of anxiety.
To me, stress is a feeling of emotional or physical tension. It is usually made worse by frustration, anger, and nervousness. But that is really, really, when I think about anxiety, whenever I really think about the panic attack part, I was just thinking, probably having an overly active mind, whereby with your mind come like, that is the reason though. Talk truth people, persons who have a lot of anxiety, does it correlate with insomnia? You think persons that have anxiety more likely experience insomnia? And insomnia is when, or insomnia pronounce it, is when you can't, you have problems sleeping, right? Um, so Avery said, remember the first time you had some bedroom fun, it was full of anxiety because you lack experience or you were in your head, right? After you got over the thoughts in your head, you became more comfortable. True, true. Especially for the man. Drew said women are usually affected more by anxiety. Why you think that though, Drew, that women are affected more? Because when I really get no woman perspective here tonight on anxiety, that the man the matter talk it up, right? But I can tell you that, especially when I just started working, not anxiety is normal. But it's when it becomes excessive, that's when it kind of becomes abnormal. Because I think really and truly, it is very normal for you to be anxious about an interview, right? It's only that's we call a human. Even persons who are HR persons that interview persons for an interview becomes anxious when it's their time to probably do an interview. So that is totally normal. But it's when it gets, a little bit more than that, then it's when it becomes problematic, right? So Rose said to me, stress is a feeling of emotional or physical tension. It is usually made worse by frustration, anger, or nervousness. If you say, remember, read that already. Duro boy said, yes, anxiety increases insomnia but for some it has the opposite effect and make them sleep more. Whenever I have insomnia before though, right? I not think we sleep too much. But as I said, I don't know. I had a overly active mind once upon a time. It's like my brain, but Shar said, no, I don't think women are affected more. So here we have a Shar Globe with her perspective. She said, no, no, no. Where you get that from the rule? Said woman affected more by anxiety. Is it that because we tend to be more, emotional while saying that women are affected more? Um, so Avery Van says women think emotionally, so they are more stressed. Men think a lot. No, stop it. Avery. Stop it right now. So Avery saying women think emotionally, so they are more stressed. Men think logically. I'm totally not in agreement with that. So instead of thinking about the problem and making it a big deal, men go and where you get that from, Avery. I would beg to differ. I would beg to differ. If it is that really and truly, you can ask Leo, my husband, because he must sit down here right now. Ask him if I can tell Leonard that I'm a logical person. I tend to look, and that is the reason why more time, probably, especially in the past, where mother said probably I was like, overthinker, probably more anxious because I'm a logical person, right? I tend to look on things as it is. You understand? I think tend to look on situation where we can see and not to try to pretty up the thing. You understand? So when you're saying that women um more emotional, we don't think so. Mm-mm. The Rose says studies show that the average man has 6,000 thoughts a day, while the average woman has 6,500 thoughts. Probably the extra 500 the Rose, you know, contributory to if they have a man in their life more stress. Just kidding, Duro. More thoughts increases the likelihood of overthinking and the likelihood of anxiety. To be on the honest side, though, Duro, I do believe that probably women do think more, but not. I don't think that causes them to be more anxious, but me just think saying, women are thinkers because we are the backbones, right? And we tend to think a lot. The admirers advance, that's not true. You research it if you don't agree. Google will tell you anything, Google will tell you anything. The admirers are mad at stress. Sometime when even want to Jaguars Avery always come with something. The role said logical thoughts are not assigned to agenda. It's an old mindset where men wanted to make it seem like women are not good thinkers. It's an old mindset. You hear that, Avery? It is an old mindset. All derived by man, right? Um, so there is no proof that men are better thinkers. Mhm. So guys, the next question is, do everybody stress? And if everybody stress, right, what are some things that cause people to stress? Do everybody stress? That's what I want to talk about, right? Because guess what? Most times when you link up your friend, probably they're, for want of a better word, really, really different. That's a totally different topic. Really, really sad. Right? About the 90%, 95% of the time, even though you're not friends, don't always like this. Because thieves, they're gonna tell you that they're okay, that they're alright, even though they're not okay, even though they're not alright. So do you guys think that everybody stresses or everybody stress? Is it normal to stress? And let us know that people let us know. Drew said logical thoughts are okay. Drew said I argue that women can be more logical than us in some cases. It depends on the person and not the gender. Dion said, Google will tell you like, okay, don't trust it. Drew said, yes, stress is natural. Stress can be good, stress can be bad. I know that there are good stress and bad stress, you know. I mean, if you think everybody have, you know what I mean? People always say, nah, I'm stressed out. You think that there are some persons where basically don't experience the bad stress, not the good stress though, the bad stress. They believe that there are some persons because guess what? We are all exposed to that's even another question not to one jump in it. But we're all exposed to like social media, etc. We see a lot of persons um online and a lot of celebrities and it seem like them good. You understand? Do you think that them have their own personal stress or they're basically what they showcase, what them showing, right? All happy and all of that. Or you think everybody's stressed? So Dion said, boo boo. Okay, Duro said yes, stress is. Dion says everyone's stressed. Yes, it is yes, it is a natural in life. Duro said the average person will face stress at least once in life. Psychopaths and sociopaths do not usually feel stress, are you? Well, we can agree with that because if it is a case whereby which they're psychos, we don't think that they'll be they'll experience guilt really and truly. I don't I agree with that. Shara Gold said all of the celebrity them stress out. All of them Shar, all of them, right? John Mara says right though. Why I think all of them? Say a lot of them have things that dealing with, especially because their life is in front of the public, right? So so a whole lot of them have things dealing with, and sometimes we actually see it, right? Being played out, but all of them. So everyone, so let's say in a workplace there are a group of women and a group of men. When there is an internal conflict or problem, women will react to the situation emotionally or throw blame at each other. 9 out of 10 times. Seriously? I don't know which workplace it is, Avery, because I so not agree with that. When I try to solve the problem, I'm not go find finger and say this and that and the other. I don't understand you. Hmm? Avery, where you come from with them logics here? Which part? Which Google you read? That does sound right. No, sir. It's a 9 out of 10 time. Drew says the problem with social media is that we fail to understand that it is a show or a movie. True, true, Drew. They are all just showing their best side for life is not real for the most part. Drew, I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you, Duro, that social media that's even another thing, but with Trump in apartheid right now, social media is a hell of a thing, and a lot of person watch it, right, and then believe every single thing, that is shown. Oh, it's just the perfect couple and the perfect this and the perfect that. Who I idolize, but everybody's stressing, everybody have them problems. The problem with social media is that we fail to understand it's just a show. Not everything is a show, Duro. Something, because even so, even so, me tend to watch certain things, right? And we know that some of that are acting skill, like some of the pranks that women see are real acting. I'm not saying that all of them, but some of them, man, you know that it's a prank. It's acting because in my opinion, right, I don't understand how persons can be Me don't know. Me never in there, so me can judge. But what I'm saying is that sometimes it's obvious that it's just a show. And many persons they tend to compare. That is the problem, the rule. That persons tend to compare their lives with what they see, right? And because what they are seeing, their life isn't, the slightest in comparison to it, then kind of feel bad for themselves. And because of that, for them stress go up a little bit, right? Char said, Avery back up right now. Avery said the group of men will sit down and discuss the issue and come up with us. Oh, hey, Avery, me don't know where you come from with them logics here still, Me not tell no lie. Shy Globe say Avery sound very sexy. Indeed, indeed. The rose say Avery, your opinion is backed by no statistical evidence. I love this live tonight, You have the row on one hand and you have Avery on the other hand, Both of them basically always have two different type of background, two different type of opinion. I'm really loving it. Every sound sexist for true, Shar. The rule say every year opinion is backed by no statistical evidence. No for do what you call it? You need to do quoting every and tell you where you get these 9 or 10 from because you're dropping statistics, but you don't drop where you're getting it from every but by no statistical evidence. It's just how they don't. Misogyny and borderline sexist. Mm. Dion Myers said, give me a book and let me read it. Every semester while I share my language doesn't work hard to be. Wait, let me miss something. No sir. Um, so everyone said I work with a female boss. I love and more females than a male, so I have experience. Okay, no, but I got show your words, and now you know. Jane Bobby said everyone's welcome. It's a while. Drew said, please ignore my typos. I have a new phone and the keyboard setup is kind of different. I totally agree. I totally understand. One time I get my phone, the text one bag of things for me not text, right? Everyone said, Mr. Boyd, if your language doesn't work on me, right? Shar Globe sees that every you need a way more experience before making general assumptions like that. That true, true, and that's just one workplace. Do every one workplace. People, please remember to like up the live, like it up, share us up, right? Dion Mary said that is not true. You work with someone like that, mean everyone is not the same. True, true. It has a different personality, not every different personality. So Dion said that okay. All right, the rose said, Avery, what happens with the females around you does not speak to all females. There are many variables at play, so you cannot judge all women by their actions. True, true. The role also said that, and in my opinion, the group of men will avoid the problem while the women will argue with the aim of coming to a resolution. So probably it's a different communications skill, don't them probably argue, but them a come to one solution nonetheless. They not just blame each other. Them a come to one solution. Um, so we need to understand that arguing is not bad. It's just how you behave, right? Every set. Sorry, Drew said, Avery, I'm not shaming you, just speaking, sir. Anyways, man, I said nothing more. Me no want to offend anyone. Close, I'm glad me come out for this past area, but make me use my degree tonight. I use a degree, Shar. We have to do every night using up this maths and study, but they could like and study something else, right? So we can get your your use of your degree in here, right? But the last question was that, do all persons stress? And Dion basically answered and said that, everybody stress. I think Drew said that there is good stress and there is bad stress. And media posed the question, why is that? Because sometimes it's really good to just tell somebody and talk to somebody. Why is it that Sometimes some persons are stressed and instead of, telling a friend, because we not even want to go into something else, because they're excessively stressed, right? And instead of just telling a friend, then keep it to themselves and one thing lead to another, right? I mean, you ever been so stressed and, you know, somebody just reach out to you at the right time, but you just say you're all right when you're not all right. Let me know, people. Let me know. Um, so Dion Mary said, "Lord, glow every van said, all of you come at me. No problem, no problem. Oh. Them not come at you every. Them just coming at what you're saying. They just not in agreement with what you're saying. They're not coming at you, man. We're all a fam here, right? The rose said, we are quick to judge women and shop are doing the literal same thing as us. If a man bosses up and make a decision, he might be boss man. And if a woman does the same, she's a stone cold witch. Alright. Duro. And they have to wait. Alright. Beyond Mary said, Van have a dream book. Alright, sorry. So the robot said, make it make sense, right? John Mayer said, Van have a dream book. Shari said, Avery, it's a fun book. It's all love. Yes. All of your Avery, all love. So Duro said, Avery, no one is coming at you, They're not come to you, Avery. We're just discussing a regular me and shy clash and regular me alone have one opinion and then beats me. Stephanie said there's a difference between stress and anxiety. Both have similar characteristics, however, anxiety is a result of stress. So here we have Tassanin saying that anxiety is a result of stress. Tassanin, you're sure? You're sure that stress not you're sure that anxiety not cause stress? Many think that anxiety is a result of stress, Tasani. I think that because you are anxious, it causes you to stress out. I think that stress is a byproduct of being anxious. That's what I think, right? People tell me whether or not you agree with me or you agree with Tasani. Tasani says that she thinks that anxiety is a result of stress, and I'm saying that it is the other way around. Are both of us right? Let us know. Let me know, people. Let me know. Right. Duro said, anyways, next question. I'm afraid me get beaten. Nobody not beating you, Duro. Right? It's all up here. Right? Shadow said, telling Duro, and we are best friends. Dear man, so don't feel bad. It's just a conversation. We all want family. We all want family. Yeah, that's how we do it over here, Avery. We just, that shows we opinions, right? It's not meant for ill will or anything of the sort, We're all one family that we don't with joke and all these things, Avery, right? Dion Marissa Bud, whoever beats you, with the Robert Asha, right? That's all. Right, Rose said, I agree with that. That in stressful situations cause anxiety, but it can be the other way around too. It can be as we can't pronounce this word. Let me look again. Cycle. I don't know. I don't see it much, so not be silly with me. Because it's cycle. So it's cycle. So you both are right. So the robot said that Dion Shar laughing. Shar goes, anybody want these the I have to beat me first. If you're not. Everyone's, I mean, it's in a debate sense because I know for a fact female think more emotionally than logically. Me no know where you come with. You always a come with this every say woman think more emotionally than logically. But you say some because that is the generalization. Because me I'm a woman and I can tell you that I think logically more than emotionally. Like I forget when I call myself. I have a word when I call myself. But because a long time when I use the terminology with Leo, it kind of skip me. I'm a logical person. Yes, so them say you have an optimist and you have a pessimist. I call myself a logical person. Yeah, me one logic, me no pessimist. I'm not a pessimist. And many persons think say no. Because you look on the logics alive and the logics are think that you're a pessimist. But no, just look at things the way it is, right? Um, let me say something. Let me say something. If you want to get a woman who wetter than the speak to her emotions and logic, are two different things you're talking about. No, Avery, we're talking about a general situation. We're not talking about in the bedroom. You can't call me with logics in the bedroom. Avery, seriously. Seriously, Avery. The admirer said, okay, Boyd. Everyone said, I'm not lying, ladies. Right? Seriously. It goes the same for men too. Right? It goes the same for men too, Avery. The rose said, "Wanna stop, Avery, pick up yourself, you, to be there after the bangaran." Jared Love said, yes, you're lying at Avery. The owner said, well, it's the ayo. Tasani's anxiety doesn't go away when the stress factor is removed. Hmm. So, this is a new thing. Um, Tasani is saying that when the stress is removed, let us know, people let us know. She's saying, and Tasani have one experience as it regards to this, she have one experience. You understand? Right? She studied them something here, so she know, right? She said anxiety doesn't go away when the stress factor is removed. Stress goes away when the issue is resolved. Anxiety is a psychological issue, while stress is your body's natural reaction to factors. That sounds really good, me not gonna lie. It sounds like something like I'm looking at a dictionary. I true, what me understand, I true when the factor is removed for stress, you're not gonna feel as stressed out again. Me agree with that. But Tassanik is saying that what me not really, me not too agree with that statement, Tassanik. It sounds good. Anxiety doesn't go away when the stress factor is removed. But I say in some instances, I would say that some persons, no matter what, they're always anxious. But for me, in my personal situation or my personal life story, if it is that I tend to be anxious about something, when the time comes and I stress, I'm just anxious because although I can change it, something probably, approach and, when it's resolve or whatever the case might be, the anxiety might go away, right? So I would say that, me not anxious no more. So
No, no, mix up anxiety and anxiety disorder.
no, Tassaniki say that anxiety doesn't go away when the stress factor is removed. And me I beg to differ with that. Me not think say you're gonna continue to be anxious if the stress factor removed.
But anxiety is just something normal, but the anxiety disorder normal when it become too much. So I mean, anxiety just a normal part of your biological makeup.
True,
But the disorder now when it becomes so much that interrupt your whole life.
Oh.
That's different.
All right. Charlo said you can generalize like that, Avery. Duro said, Avery, and you are still speaking too broad. I know men who think more emotional than logical. Avery Van said generalization is used in all women, and you might think more logically, but that doesn't go for the rest of women. Duro boy said optimist, a bright side, a realist, a logical. Yes, 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 yes. You get me right, the room. I'm a realist. That me always tell the nerd. Don't you? Logical, rational, reasoning. Not logical, but yeah. I always call myself I am a realist. Right? I'm not a pessimist. Right? I'm not a, what do you call it? The bright side person. I'm a realist. Right? Pessimist and it's the dark side. Let me miss somebody. Every this a generalization is using all woman And you might think more logical, but that doesn't go for the rest of women, right? All right, so Charles said being a pessimist and being a logical thinker is completely different though, right? 1 second, people. I think me miss out somebody comments. Me don't want to come to me tonight. So me I try to find the comments, right? Mhm. So yeah, so I said that Charles said being a pessimist and being a logical thinker is completely different though. The admirer said Vanna mess up in mind. Boy said and every two get most women wet than the Niagara dress code, smell good, treat are good, and have money. Right, Charles, a lot of church me done with you. It sound like it's in the dictionary. Charles said, make me address every my whatever witness does not remove my logic. You hear that? So Charles said that no affect our logic, right? Dion Murray said, yes, I true. Uno, go ahead, let me hurry up. Dion Murray says, yes, I true. She right. The Rose said, I somewhat agree with Cass. Anxiety, as in nature, anxiety will go away, but anxiety disorder or social anxiety does not go away. Yes, sure. Because obviously, say in this trouble with social anxiety, like, anxious to go around people and them stuff there, he wasn't the people type of person, but he's no longer that person. So, that, kind of agree with. And to be honest, I was that type of person. Me no know. Me not think I was ever that type of person. Me just a shy. Um, does not just go away. You have to work on it, below. That's what I'm saying. Social anxiety does not just go away. Alright, me get what you said, Duro. Me get what you saying. Duro boy said, well, not somewhat fully. Duro said, I fully agree with that. Tasani said, guys, anxiety is bad. Stress is what comes in both positive and negative forms. Duro said, but the difference with Trish and Tass is that Trish is thinking about regular, natural anxiety, but Tass is talking more about anxiety disorder. Yeah, I think that's why. Every band said, Mr. Boyd, no sir, you don't have to do those things to get a woman. All that juicy. Women are attracted to men that knows how to play with their emotions. And so why they really go for bad boys? It's such a good gang work. And where you come from, every say woman go to bad boys. True or false? Women in the comment section, James Family Task, Ashar, Diana. When you go to bad boy, let me know. Because every company life tonight I do play generalization. You don't know everywhere you get them something here from. You watch too much Bad Boys Club or Bad Girls Club. I don't know. Woman general go to Bad Boys. I don't think so. Just some, some. Jane family said, I'm here, guys. Still making young family clear, but talking to my mom, so that's the reason I'm texting. That's okay. That's what okay, Jane family. Appreciate the love nonetheless. Everyone's social anxiety comes have from having a low self-esteem in most cases. Like the robot said, at every woman generally prefer bad boys because of the biological. Notice that every and the role say woman will prefer bad boys. But let we know no woman who prefer bad boys. That's what we want from the woman themselves, right? Because I think this is a man's perspective. You know? Wait, every this is social anxiety comes from having low self-esteem in most cases. People don't agree with that, Leo, because they have low self-esteem where they socially anxious. They have low self. There's a problem in the no, right? Um. So people tell us whether or not you agree with Avery. He says social anxiety. I'm thinking it doesn't think probably can just be nervous. They just can be nervous, not necessarily low self esteem, but probably you grew up in a sheltered environment and you're not really that talkative person. So yeah. Robot said, and you have some persons that are outgoing and some persons who are the opposite. So, I don't think say just because they're not that outgoing that they are, what you call it? Them have low self esteem. I just think say I want difference in personality, right? Rose said, at every women generally prefer bad boys because of the biological instinct of preservation. Women prefer bad boys on average for a feeling of safety and security. My mother say, Leo's no bad boy. I'm like, me love Leo, right? And it make me feel safe. I don't know people. For a feeling of safety and security. The things them what bad boys bring with that though. The confidence. Okay, so Leo says that women probably love bad boys because of the confidence, probably them swagger, so they love the bad boy thing. They would I think probably a bad boy, it's probably what would I call it? Probably I don't know people, I don't want generalize, but you know, hard to manage. I don't know people, women, don't help me out, no, don't help me out, right? The rose said, at every woman general proper bad boys because, so every said, yes, Mr. Paul, that's the alpha male. The rose boy said, okay. So the rose boy said, at every woman general proper bad, sorry about that. Okay, alright, I read that already. So the robot said, every no social anxiety does not mean low self-esteem. Social anxiety is psychological. You I speak too general, but there is a generalization. Dion Mary said, Banty need to go sleep. Bureau said that not all women prefer bad boys. Um, they don't overgeneralize. Some women prefer them based on their needs. Some girls like soft men. Some like in between. Not all girls like bad boys. Yeah, bad boys. No, I think that is a generalization. I think it's all to do with your preference still, Understand? And who said bad boys, quote unquote, are alpha males? Don't think so, people. They don't think so. They don't think so. Right? The answer me don't need no bad man. Guys, please remember to like up the live, like it up as on the ends of these and tones. Shaggle say what is a bad boy? Yes, people, tell us what is a bad boy. What do you mean bad boy? That's a good question, Shar. Everyone said, well, they don't go for the nice guys. Oh my god. If they did, then you would see more men in relationship. Seriously? Seriously? Star Globe said, why, yes, right, you're a bad boy. Um, the admirers says, bad boy at jail. Cooking with Miss April, welcome, welcome, welcome. Cooking with Miss April tonight. We're talking about anxiety and stress. Can it ruin your life? Cooking with Miss April. Do you have any experience as it regards to anxiety and stress? Let us know. Let us know. Right. Right now we can stray up on the topic and we are talking about bad boy. We will soon come on back. The last question was if everybody stressed. Shar, I said yes, even especially the celebrity them. Everybody's stressed, right? Tasanique was basically giving us, she had said that she think that anxiety, stress is a byproduct of anxiety, something like that. Tasanique, correct me. Um, Dion Murray said, bad boy at jail I cry. Cooking with Miss Abram said, here. Every man said, you might not need a bad boy, but me sure you would take one to bed over a man with. Hey, how where you get these things from, Avery? How where Avery come from? Avery says that you might not need a bad boy, but me sure you would take one to bed over a man with 2 nights. Pedal, pedalize you, pedestalize you. You know, say that's a it's a generalization. I would take the opposite, I would take the opposite. Leo is the opposite. He's not a bad boy, right? And me like nice guys. Where you get these things from? I don't know where ever get these things from, right? I'm not saying that some females don't like bad boys, but that's not me. Really think say probably bad boys them are gonna give more trouble. I don't know. Otherwise, most people with social anxiety are introverts. That no mean them self-esteem. No, there is an ongoing extrovert. There is ongoing extrovert. Some stick to themselves, introverts, right? I am a mix of both. I am a ambivert. That is the first I'm hearing that one, Drew, an ambivert. Probably I should reconsider that probably I'm an ambivert too. Because I'm not an extrovert, when I see me up on social media attack and attack and attack. No, no, no. I am not an extrovert, right? I am more comfortable with persons, that I know in my surrounding, and so probably gonna dash me out, you know, and I mix a person that I don't know. Probably I would be a little bit, nervous at first, not that talkative. But once we get to know others, then we can roll, right? So probably I'm an ambivert. I'll be using that word more often. Thank you. Beyond Marisa Bands, them say badness don't fear. The robots every you attack too general. Women don't fear to nice guys, but I think your opinion might be skewed on your environment or past experiences. Charlie Globe said Lola Dion. The robots by bad boy, I mean bad by society's definition. Charlie Globe said, well, my man is not a bad boy. Let them know, right? The robot say Avery is using the few girls. What's in my cup? What was in my cup, people? Some rum cream, right? Lots of it, right? We need some rum cream for tonight, right? Um, Thoreau said Avery is using the few girls he knows to speak for the billions of women on earth, right? Thoreau boy said, me, I'm a bad boy. I have never had a problem in the relationship department, right? Everyone said, Mr. Boyle, no, I'm not using the females. I know you're assuming I am. So that's not a good argument. But remember, every minute the panel side, we not the middle. But remember earlier that you were saying that at your workplace, that's just one scenario, just one scenario. So that's probably the reason why the role is saying that, you're using the few woman where right? Cooking with Miss Brown said, I typed and it faded. Don't know why. Probably cooking with Miss Abron, I just need to evaluate some of the words that you put in there. Sometimes YouTube tend to not let some of the comments them come through because of how it is worded, right? I think so. Money maker say, hey, hey, money maker, hey, money maker, hey. Tonight we're talking about stress and anxiety. Have you ever been anxious before? Share your story. Can stress or anxiety ruin your life? let me know, money maker. Let us know. Please remember to like up the live people, like it up, share us out. Wake up the people that at 10:30, but the people wake up. Guys, I'm aware, from last night that that's why I really appreciate people, especially that some of you guys return to work today and stay up with me on a nightly basis. We really, really appreciate it, people. Um, so Dion Mercer Glowman is not true, and I love him the way he is. You see, Duro, most of the women over here don't have bad boy. Dion said no. Shar said no. Me said no. So me don't know where you get that from. So cooking with Miss Abrams a lot. I lost the info. That's what cooking with Abrams a lot. I lost all the info. Robert said as Avery. I said I think unlike you, who I said your opinion is factual. I cannot accept that. John Myers said make on the earth. Good night. Avery Myers. Sorry. Everybody said you missed my bad boy explanation, love. Sorry about that. Sorry if me a troop no people. More time if it is that I miss something. It is on the phone. Oh, and sometimes it just don't show up on the screen. So sorry for joking on I don't know to do it like Hobby does. Right? So everyone said bad boys are not all like gunmen or men who hurt women, right? That's a stereotype. Bad boys are men who are confident in themselves and put their purpose and themselves first and not women. Seriously? Are you saying that's your explanation of bad boys, Avery? Are you saying that um women prefer bad boys because the man them put themselves first? Like seriously? Um um seriously? I thought that a bad boy was probably that someone that is overly confident and that I don't know if you might want womanizer too, but that was probably my definition of who a bad boy is. Not someone who put themselves first. Are you saying that most women like bad boys? Most women like men who put themselves first. That's what you're saying, Avery? No, 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 no. Sorry, people. It may joking, no, but I not agree with that. I not agree with that, Avery. Moneymaker says, hey. Alright, so every I said, I think online you will say your opinion exactly. You answered make up in the house. Alright, so guys, I'm trying to catch up back on the comments. Every said that's workplace argument always geared towards emotional topics. Alright, I know. I was just saying that, because alright, I know. I was just saying that because they use that, probably they're saying that, you're just generalizing. But I understand it, right? Cooking with Miss Abrams and Lola, I was talking about the topic. Lola, I mentioned my children, so maybe that's why. Oh, so Duro boy said the problem with human behavior and psych is that everyone is different, and so it is not easy to say something that fits all persons, right? Cooking with A Brown is laughing. Everyone said, and again, Mr. Boyd, I have it. Said all women drivers who come back, guys, on a business school. Okay, sure. Right? Moneymaker say, I Dion Mars. The robot said, in my opinion, a bad boy is a male who is overly defiant. Yeah, overly charismatic. You understand? And usually have a don't care attitude. That's what I think a bad boy too is. The more I agree with the role, I was saying that a bad boy is someone that is overly confident, probably in himself, very defiant. You can't tell him what to do, even if your opinion is probably the right one. So I kind of agree with you when in area say he put himself for somebody will put himself first because I'm purpose even above the woman them and he's saying that most women prefer that. I'm not agree with that. So it's Camille's world. Say good night. Good night. It's Camille's world. Welcome tonight. We're talking about stress and anxiety. Yes, guys, stress and anxiety. Can it ruin your life? Have you had any experience with stress and anxiety? Let us know. Let us know. And so everyone says yes, and please remember to like up the live, guys. Like it up when you make up. I tell you on myself, oh, you're not going live. Joe Boy said, Anna, a bad boy is usually the perfect definition for toxic masculinity and misogyny. I pronounce the word right. They will always join in dictionary, ask me, and I wonder how the words are pronounced. It will say, oh yeah, can you prove that a bad boy is a misogynist, Mr. Boyd? And the nice people everywhere I drove upon live one time. You know, real nice people. So guys, did I pose this question before? But I would really want to know what causes anxiety. What causes anxiety? Let me know, people. Why people become so anxious? What causes it? Is it innate, people? Is it something that we just can't change? Is it our social environment that cause us to be anxious? Or we're born away or is it environmental something where we develop? We don't know. What causes anxiety? What causes it, people? Let me know. So everyone says, oh yeah, can you prove that about what? Okay, I read that. It's coming as the word says fear. So it's coming as the word says that fear causes anxiety. And I agree with it's coming as the word. Fear does cause anxiety. So as really and truly become anxious because you fear a certain situation, right? You fear the outcome of a certain situation. So I agree with you, it's coming as well. Rosa, based on the definition of a bad boy and the definition of a misogynistic person, there are a few intersections, right? It's coming as well says our environment. So it's coming as well says fear causes anxiety. Our environment causes anxiety, right? You care for expound on the environment part is Camille's world. It's Camille's world and many things can trigger anxiety. Moneymaker says sometimes the cat can make me Moneymaker, what the cat do to make you anxious? Let me know, let me know. What the cat do, Moneymaker? Not on the line. Oh, you see, guys, when I just started to drive, I was very anxious. So, again, people, because I don't know, when I just started to drive, meaning, not learning, because learning me alright, because I have somebody beside me. You understand? And if anything I go wrong, somebody can whatever. But to be honest, I wasn't anxious learning how to drive. Than when I start drive my own vehicle. I remember the first time when I mean just start drive people, right? And I downtown we used to, I work at an insurance company downtown, right? 6:30, me go up on the highway with nobody not up on the highway. 6:30. 6:30 people, me reach at work 7 o'clock. I'm not a liar, 6 o'clock. Right? Because I was so anxious, me never want to drive around no vehicle. Basically, when me I drive, me I see the barrier. It's like it's alone me I see people. I don't understand. But as me get more experience and so me not see it again. Remember the first time to what time I leave from work, me always just go in my car and pray and say, God, may I go? Please help me. Me used to fear like me don't know. Me don't know people learning to drive and not even learning to drive. When they just start drive, talk to people. Let me know. Is it the same for women or men? Or men experience something different as it regards to driving when I want to just start drive, right? I remember one of my friends tell me, said, Trisha, no worry, everything is alright. Remember that he just start driving, he usually put on the hazard light and just creep till me reach where me I go and then me turn it, take off the hazard light. Never do nothing like that before, people, but me I tell you, initially, every time I go in the car, I used to be very anxious still. Music up play, me alright, windscreen up and all these things and all of that anxiousness go away. It all takes practice. The more you do something, the more you become comfortable with it. Right? I've been driving in a while, so I know so probably I'm gonna be anxious again as I'm going in. Right? Let me catch up on the comments here quick. Right. All right. So it's coming, sir. Our environment is coming, sir. Many things can trigger anxiety. Moneymaker says sometimes I can't make me anxious. Jeroba said, I think it's a mixture of both. For some, it's the environment, while some people are like that from birth. So you really think that, a little child, what do they call it? Afraid of everything? I don't know. I think that people born anxious. I mean, not think so. I think say, you know, it's something that probably because of the environment um get instilled in them. I don't think them born away there. I not think so. It's Camille's verse, our environment. Oh, I read that already. Duro said, but I agree with Camille. Fear is usually the main trigger in some cases. Fear of the unknown is really the main trigger for anxiety, right? And really and truly, how I cope, right? So I'm gonna really become anxious. Yeah, I'm worry about one and two things, but what all my cope is say, Trisha, can you change the situation? What can you do to change the situation? And if it is that Mrs. I can't change it, there's no, matter if I go worry, I can't change it. So worrying basically now go make nothing different more than it just gonna cause me to be more stressed, right? So that's what I use. Through setting get a book and write down and then probably visit it at a later time and say, that's it, that's stressful. No, that's not nothing to stressful, right? But many persons have different ways to dealing with things. Um, so every said to overcome fear, you either have to face it, hey, or accept it and move on. Mind that word every, if you're there, that when I say that it's coming towards the people and things around you, people's expectations of you, things that happened around you. Yes, so it's coming where really, it's let me help on the head too, to say people and things around you, so people's expectation of you can cause you to be anxious, right? True. Things that happen around you, it's coming the world sees so I still have that fear every time I go around the certain anxiety. So me never have a fear in it. And you know what? What really take out the fear out of driving for me? It's a very unfortunate situation. When I was, my first child no longer with us now, when she was sick, I remember driving, me not jump in it because I don't want to start cry here, but, I remember driving every night, 12, 1 o'clock, darkness, people, me up first when I see one, two drive one time, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock before darkness touch, and me I drive 12, 1 o'clock, with not even thinking of driving because of the whole situation. And that basically, as in regards to driving, just take out every single fear out of driving for me, right? But, the fear of driving, they basically go away. But from me come over came and me and my driver's license, but we not go on the wheel. Understand? Just make a bit of that. So, I assume that the first time when time I go back around the wheel, I'm nervous, right? The robot said, but I think driving is like riding a bike. Once you do something, you can't forget. Don't. True or false? The robot said the thing, and the thing about is coming well, that thing, that the basically being very anxious are learning to drive are basically going to do the test. That part of it, they make me that they really put off, you know. put off me getting my driver's license, the fear of going to do the test and failing. Really and truly, right? Rose said the thing with anxiety too is that it makes us irrational as it affects the prefrontal cortex. So we worry about some things sometimes. Sometimes we don't even know what we are worrying about. True, true. That's true, And sometimes we know, but sometimes we worry about things that, we ought not to worry about. And that is the reason why I'm really, really happy to have a person like Leo. Like, we go to him and say, Leo, he say, why I worry about that? Somebody that is reinforcing and somebody was just good. You understand? But as I said, what I do personally is, try and see whether or not I can fix the situation. Is there something that I can do to remedy the situation? And if I can't, I just don't worry. I remember somebody said that persons that don't care don't are not anxious. I'm really kind of agree a little bit with that because I remember, because I work for crap were gone in my life. There was a point in time when I just really didn't care. And I can tell you so because me never care, me never anxious, me never worry about no matter. You understand? Because me just not really care. So yes, I think it was Avery. Persons that don't give a don't are not that anxious, right? Guys, please remember to like our live and like it up and share us out. We shot me reach. So Shell say, hey, good night, people. Lollipop here. People, Shelly said name herself a lollipop. Shell, didn't we tell you not to be eating too much lollipop? How are you feeling tonight, Shell? You're feeling better? Right? Let us know, let us know. And people, if me miss you so far, let me know. Me not see where me miss you now. I'm trying to get all the comments in. Shell say me late. You're late, but you're here. Shell, you're here. Right? And that's the most important thing. Every miss where you retract your message away, they say, let me up and read these things, people, right? The robot anxiety can be biological as well. If it is the biological, it can be innate. It's rare to be innate, but it's possible. It is sometimes genetic too. It runs in the family. So Duro is saying it is biological, it can be innate, and it can probably run in our family. So for somebody to be Freddy running in the family. I saw him out of the steer. Same part of the steer, kind of Freddy, anxiety. You don't know. I not have experience with that the so I can't talk about that. What I can say is that it can be environmental, so probably it can be innate. Because when we know it for a fact is that, if you must listen how me talk, some things when me say like right or whatever, my father talk the same way. So you understand? And or you understand? Yeah, so that's something when I always say. And I'm sure now say if it is that you listen to some of oh listen to all my siblings talk, we have the same talk. Like you understand right or then something else. So probably can be probably can run in my family, I don't know. It's coming as well as I do. That is me when I am to drive I start to think may I go do hit down somebody or crash through man. No sir. It's coming over nothing like that. It's turn on what I do when I we must drive, I nothing go none of that. That I even when time I was anxious about driving and that's just because I was a new driver, right? What I did that helped me turn on the music. Some people can't drive with music as them have me turn on the music not loud so me can hear everything. What me grateful for is that the car had a back, so that really did help me, it's coming world. It had a back with um a camera that shows the back. So even if me not use the windscreen mirror so good, me have the back. So me just sure so me not let down nobody. Right? So the music alright, Me no want no outside element I blow in the AC and everything nice, you know. I'm a bottle of water I drink and all these things. So make sure say all of that thing basically it helped me. It take away my anxiety. And one thing people, I can tell people that helps me even before an interview. Probably help, probably don't. Me eat a sweetie people and it cut my nerves. People, no, I'm not going at the interview with a big sweet in my mouth or chewing gum in my mouth. I move from side to side. No, I take it out before that. But before, even when time I go drive, when time I just start drive or going for an interview, I put a sweet in my mouth and it cuts the nerves. I don't know why people. So the robots, I think about it. Sometimes we say the family, they're full and dark. You can actually anxiety pass through genetic. Shelly says, as me come, me see festive over here, face it, you better eat a lot. Oh God, every say its environment, negative experiences or your perception of a particular thing or situation that causes anxiety or fear. The robot said some people fail to remember that anxiety disorder, GAD, and social anxiety, etc., is a mental disorder. It can be passed on. Similarly, other mental health issues can be passed on. Right? Shalisa said, when I was learning to drive, I did not like it to be beside the bus and truck. Um, and I don't know, when I was learning, as me say, I used to get up early, 6:30 to go up an errand. Nobody know the day. And me gone, and me I take my time, people. Me never like driving a crowd, like seriously, but in the evening, me could help the situation, right? So that's another thing, in order not to be as anxious, you try to try and solve the problem. And my way of solving the problem is not driving in, traffic. So instead of going in the early morning rush when everybody they out 7:30, 8:30, me ensure me get up really, really early and go on my way. Um, so Shalisa says, as me can, oh, me read that already. Alright. So Shell says, no, I read that already. So it's Camille's word say, honestly, getting my license, I had to fear. I had a fear. Did what I was to do and all. Since I had my daughter, I got so fearful. Something was triggered. No, Sammy need to hurry up, man. Something was triggered. That's why people and instances really trigger certain things. Drew Boyd said one of the things that caused anxiety for me was failing because I would not be able to take my family out of poverty. No one put the pressure on me. I took it on myself to have that worry. Um, all right. So little story. When I was going to university, people, I studied media and communications, the first class, honors. But when I was going to university, and this was anxiety, this was anxiety at the time. I didn't know. I got basically all A's second year and third year. But it's the first year people, I do all right. But the first year person I failed people I failed this course. And because me feel one course never fail. And when me do it last year, last semester. Final year, final semester. Because I was so anxious and I was so afraid, me stay away from the course. Suppose me to fail it the last year, final semester, how that would I all the other workout people. But anxiety can basically trap you. You understand? It was a fear of failing again why I stayed away from the course. And people mash up the course. You understand? Maybe I top of the class when I actually decide to do it again. Right? And the thing about it, people, you see, when time you put your mind to certain things, that can make a big difference. I remember second year people, these person people nowadays are getting like laptops. Babies are getting laptop. Kara been in tablets and Kara 18 months. Kara been tablet from probably my 1 year or before, right? When I got my first computer was second year in my at university. Second year university. I remember getting that computer and I tell myself say, when I get this computer, PAs me against people, me take it literally. Initially, me think the computer probably gonna do everything for me, but me literally get all A's when I got the computer. Sometimes you just have to, set yourself to set yourself. Because I know that mommy really put out a lot to me to get that computer. So, take it to good use. Right? But anxiety can really trap you down. And it's just for you to, and it's all a mindset, people. Anxiety is a mindset. If you tell yourself something, right? You can work towards not being that anxious. That's my personal belief. I really believe that, anxiety is a mindset. Tell me whether or not me I talk truth or appear foolishness I come out of my mouth, people. Is anxiety a mindset, right? All right, Derosa, one of the things that caused anxiety from me was feeling because I would not be able to take I read that already. So Shell said, yes, I feel better. I take some pill. Oh, that's nice, Shalicia. It's coming to say, hey everyone, good night. Hey, it's Camille World, good night. Please remember to like out the live, share us out. Tonight we're talking about anxiety and stress, can it ruin your life? Do you have any experience that you want to share? It's Camille, right? Any anxiety or any stress situation? And welcome. Shelly said, feel much better. Um, so Shell say, hey, it's Camille World. It's Camille's World. Say, hey, Shalicia, good night. Shalicia says, Shar, you're black road yet? It's Camille sees, it's Camille say, it's, hey, it's Camille World. Oh, so you have it's Camille, I have it's Camille's World, right? So two it's Camille's on here tonight, people. Um, Rose said the sweetie, wait, people. This I get. Oh, this Duro said the sweetie thing I understand is sometimes people play with them fingers. Some people don't make eye contact while some pretend to be texting on the phone while in public. Seriously? They actually have the phone. I pretend via text and then not text. And while some people, oh, so he's saying that he understand the sweetie thing. Oh, I think I'm me alone. I'm weird. I actually eat a sweetie when I'm really, really anxious or nervous, and we find it to cut nervousness, right? It's Camille said, no fear that should be. Shalisa said, two channel you have on your It's Camille and It's Camille World. Oh, it's Camille said, no, Shalisa, it's actually two different channels. Okay, it's Camille's World, so we actually met since a week. Lol. So two different persons, Shalisa. So Islam is where I say, everybody says great. Live stream gonna hold that fresh. I would recommend after getting monetized with the 4,000 of watch time, invest in a good mic. Oh, you're not hearing us good and a better camera to improve the quality of the stream. Well, you guys are, seeing us freeze. We're freezing up. Let me know, Avery. Let me know. Right? And remember, Avery, when we monetize, you guys have to watch the ads, because, even when we're monetized, if you guys don't watch the ads, we're not going to get paid, Avery. Right? So you said that you're not hearing us properly. Actually, my phone we're using, yeah. So we can look into that. And I realize, the color come on and on. Sometimes it dark and sometimes it bright, right? Rose said one second. One time, sorry, one time I think me did go be one one father. My biggest fear was how my mom would react. I was so anxious because I was still in school. How am I gonna care for them and all these? So imagine the girl too, the row, right? I think that girl must have been really, really anxious. The row said in the anxious because of the things say I'm gonna be one father. Bro, you're in school. So you must wrap it up, right? Shelly said in real life said different person. Robert said, I agree, Trish. It's a mindset thing for some. If it is not a most, some argue it's a mind over matter. I think it's a mindset thing, right? Me see your comments still, but you had retracted it, so I'm not going to read it. Avery said, bro. It's coming towards a different channel. The robot said, when my anxiety was at its highest, I used to listen to my breathing to help me focus. Seriously? That is some serious meditation, Duro. Just I will check out the two of you guys. Everyone said, no, love, I'm just giving you tips. Yeah, man, taking all, I understand, Abraham, it's really, really appreciated, right? Shelly says, I will watch the ads. Trisha, thank you. I want to watch the odds, you know. You know, we're working on the watch hours, people working on the watch hours. We're over. It come like we never reach there. Just like how it come like we never ever reach 1,000 subscribers, but we reach it don't, you know. But we will reach, right? But the good thing is that we are over 3,000 watch hours, so that's the good thing, right? Thank you, Shell. Everyone say I also use a phone, man. I'm just saying when you start making money, you should invest in the production quality like how Mr. Beast invests in his videos. Yes, 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 Avery. Will do. It's coming towards okay, Shell J family say I'm here. Yes, guys. But forget the last question when me ask though, you know, but me understand Avery and me take it in good spirit and everything. We sure to invest to choose, right? I think I asked that question already. Yes, guys, we just touched on this question, but we never really got in there. Do you guys think that social media open up the door for more anxiety? What do you guys think? Social media open up the door for more and for person to be more anxious or for persons to be more stressed. You understand? You see persons, you see the ideal family, the ideal lifestyle, the ideal car, right? On Facebook, on YouTube, or in a movie, right? And you start to compare yourself to that person. Does it open the door for more anxiety and why? Why? Why does it open the door for more? You know, why? That's the big question. Why? Right? Um, where am I? So shells are going to reach Trisha. Yes. So I claim it in Jesus' name. Right? Because Shell, I'm not gonna lie, when we just started and it's like 4,000 watch hours, that was very laughable. Right? When time you actually tell me 4,000 watch hours, I laugh. And really and truly, whenever the phantom said we could actually reach over 3,000 watch hours. The closer we get to the goal, we realize that yeah, it can really happen. Right? It's Camille's words that you guys will get there, man. Thank you, it's Camille's world. So we need your support, you know, and I can watch 1 and 2 videos, you know, we reach that faster. Right? Jane family, I sure will watch as I meet you guys get there. Thank you so much, Jane family. We'll report do the same. Jane family people got her first, had her first live today, and a lot of love and lots of support. She did really good, right? It's coming. You said, Jane family, I was wondering where you were. Drew said, so we are gonna have monetization, daddy. When the bridge come, we could ask it. But more like we must have a little celebration, though. Jane family said you will sure reach it. The robot says simple answer, yes. Shalisa said yes. It's coming. Well, Steve, you will get there. Thank you. So most persons says that basically social media open up the door for persons to be more anxious, but that's not the question I'm asking. Why? Why people love compare themselves to others? More so, you know. Why? What, babe? Why? No stuff. What I say is that, Leonard, why we compare ourselves to others though? We could have be happy, you know. You think that people would have be happier without social media? What you guys think? You think persons would be more happier without watching without social media, without the comparison, or without YouTube? But me don't know, Leo, because they don't have the nice clean supporters and family on here, and they make me happy when we come on live and we can talk to them. Yeah, true, true. But for the 90%, more than 90% of the time, good Jane family and the and Shell and all the works, always come with them positive vibes and positive energy, right? But the question that I was asking was why? So we say yes, but why? Why we compare ourselves to others? And the question two, does come not only to social media but to your friends. Sometimes we see with friends then, and instead of being happy for them, people tend to be bad mind. Don't you? No, not fear. May I say people in general tend to be bad mind. Why is it that people cannot be happy for others? Right? Especially if you call them your friends and your family. Why is it that persons compare themselves to their friends and their family just because they think their friends and their family like probably moving ahead in life with the ahead in life than them. You understand? Um
No reason, man. It's just bad, man.
so yeah, James I was wondering where you were. Drew said so. We are You will sure reach it. Drew said simple answer yes. All of you guys have said yes. It's coming to us, and sometimes the lies showing on social media not a true. It's it's Camille where I say it's just a show. It's Camille where I say media Drew but a good night. The Congo was rich and festive at Jim, Shalicia Shar, Dion, and everybody else. Good night. Good night, the road. It's always a pleasure having you with your dictionary brain. Shall celebrate and festivities. The road was at every oath. As you hear again, the convo was festive and lit. Shalicia say all the time I get with people, them say me show off. They say you show off. Just because they're confident, Shalicia, we tend to see that persons with a lot of confidence show off, and it's not that they're showing off, it's their personality, right? And you have to understand, you have to get to know somebody, so their personality different from whether or not they show off. There are some people who just show off, but some persons, they just have to understand that it's their personality and that's just who they are, right? The rule said that every hope to have you. Shell says, all the time I get that with people, them say me show up. Felicia say, me think me show up full Trisha. Me think me show up full Trisha. Me not think so. Me not think so at all, Felicia. Right? It's a coming as well that people just have to live for themselves and don't look on others. True, true, true. Jane Bam said, I think people don't understand show off. Sometimes people just not into the mood to talk. But me not think say that then call show off though Jane family. Show off me think say sometimes that is a part of it, Jane. Show off them things say probably you're better than them or something at the start. Or show off it means say you think you're better than them. You don't want to talk to them, you think you're better than them, you add your things in and you just show it off. Right? That's my definition. That's what I think. So Shalisa said good night to Duro, right? We're not Duro got taken out early night tonight. Remember Duro a teacher, I know people. So people talk truth. Are you an anxious person? Yes or no? Let us know. Yes or no? Are you an anxious person? Duro, they say him the suffer from social anxiety, but he might be ways to fix it. You understand? Um so Shell said yes, if them can do the same, them say you show off. So because them can do the same, then say she show off. hmm So talk to people. Are you an anxious person? I said that I was, but me kinda I'm still just a little bit, but not not as I was before. Before me used to just, my mind just used to run. It never have no lock off. Only one time I sleep. And one time I wake up back, it used to run again. But life taught me that life is too short and there's really no reason to be worrying and stressing about situations that you have no control of. Right? So, Leo, are you an anxious person? No? Mm. So Obi says that no is not an anxious person, right? So comment whether or not you're an anxious person. The next question is with Camille said it's not show up. I always be in my house, never go to the shop. And I remember someone said that I act like I'm better than others. I never know that not being in trouble makes you show up. Truly, truly. You act like a better than person that go up on the street in a house. So people always that's what we need to learn. People always have something to say. You can never satisfy person. You can try, but you can never satisfy someone. Right? Shani says, me tell myself, say, just take it one day at a time. True, true. One day at a time. Sweet Jesus. And tomorrow may never be mine. Yes, people, we have to tell ourselves one day at a time, right? So, Shell is basically saying that Shalicia, she's not an anxious person. But she said she just take it a day at a time, right? So, people, do you think that stress can be controlled? What you think, people? What you think? Stress can be controlled? I think that it can be controlled, or anxiety, stress or anxiety can be controlled. I think it can be controlled, right? And there are many measures to help with stress. For example, I and sometimes people it's good to um try out different things that you would initially think that was not good. Try out different things because once upon a time, and a long time I exercise, so I can't talk like about that to both people. I can tell you one time I was really, really, really stressed after losing my daughter. Going to the gym was basically my solace, and I exercised with my baby boy now up until 7 months, and it was just because I moved. We moved while I stopped going to the gym. Really, and before all of that, I was not the exercise person. I was not the gym person, but I really see where going to the gym and getting my mind active really, really help the situation. So that's one way I think that we can handle stress. Finding something, an activity that is good for you. It can be writing, can be listening to music, it can be going to the gym, it can be talking to your friend or your family. So that's my take on how stress can be controlled, or it can be trying to change the situation instead of staying in the particular situation. You try and means and way in which you can change the situation. If it can be changed to eliminate the stress, yeah, we change it, right? So it's coming say it's not sure, but I always be in my house. Okay. Yeah. So Shelly said and said me, I tell you say you take it one day at a time. So she's saying that we take it one day at a time. True, true. Because this is a part of the topic, but we never really, venture into it. If anxiety can ruin your life, can having a disorder, not just because, we said that being anxious was normal, right? Having an interview, you're kind of normal, you're worried about a little situation, but can being overly anxious ruin your life. If it is that you're too anxious, if it is that your mind is constantly on the go, can it ruin your life? Let us know, people. Let us know. let us know. If you can ruin your life, Leo. Anxiety.
You just not have peace.
No peace, no peace. I mean by you just not have no peace.
Been worrying constantly about something. Can't enjoy life because you worry about tomorrow. You can't enjoy the present. The whole life in a misery, Rasta.
I think you can have a great hold on your life, the truth, because if it is that you're consistently worrying about something, you're going to have a negative hold on your life. That's what I think. And guys, are there any New Year resolutions? I was asking the question if it is that anxiety can win your life. Obi said, yeah, I do believe so as well. And the next question I was going to propose is if you guys are feeling anxious about any New Year resolution. Yeah, man. Some persons, at the end of the year, Leo, persons have 101 different things that they said that, okay, 2021, you know, this and that and the other me I go do. You understand? And they try. Some persons try now. I know that going to the gym most times is a New Year resolution. I can't tell you that people. Because I remember when I was going to the gym, in January, people, you can't find a machine to use. And by February, all of the machine, them you guys feeling anxious about any New Year resolution, or you guys don't really have any in mind because Corona really mash up on the life, right? Causing us to can't do certain things. We can tell you, right, that because of the Corona, certain things that I was planning to do, I am unable to do. So yeah, right. So Shar Gloves, I'm gonna come back. Hey, welcome back, Shar. Shell says, Shar, where were you? Shelly said, when the road, God, yeah, come on, you want to take a turn. Shar said, I was on a business call. Shelly, yeah, she don't know nothing about the road. She was on a business call. So, babe, you're anxious about any, I know you say you're not the anxious person, but do you think, or do you make a New Year resolutions?
So I'm anxious about it coming with them.
What gonna think that, right, Leonard?
I don't like it, man.
What do you think about making New Year resolution? When you think so, no must make New Year resolution or just take it a day at a time and whatever happen. What do you think? What do you think, people? If people must make New Year resolution, I think it's good to have a vision board sometimes. Write down certain goals because if it is that you don't write it down, how you gonna know if you achieve it? Anything I go just happen, Leo. You need to write on your goals.
That's all?
Yes, Leo. If I saw.
Yeah, and then with them, I'm stressed. I don't let them.
You're not stressed, Leonard.
I'm stressed.
I know stress, but realize that, for example, even with this channel, when we're just, doing our thing, and so, yeah, the watchers, they never they have meet as much. But once we have a goal and so and target in mind, we realize that, we actually are get it. True or false? Babe?
I don't know right now.
But still, now we talk about it, so we have a visual in our brain, it's making a goal. It's the same thing. It's the same thing, people. So Shalicia said, okay, Shad. Dion Mine says, here still. Yes, guys. So Dion, the last question that I had to pose was, are you guys anxious about any New Year resolution? You guys make New Year resolution? Is making New Year's resolution, is it overrated? Let us know, let us know. He said that he's not anxious because he don't write down anything. I'm saying that sometimes it is good to write down your goal because you know so you're gonna meet them. One thing, or it's not a necessity. They're gonna choose. So John Marcy is here still. Chelsea's hi Dion. And another question of people. So Chelsea says that she was cooking. Um no, Shelly says what's cooking? I say I wish she like cook. Right. Another question was that can people lead a stress-free life if it is that they have all the monies in the world? Right? One thing people, John Mayer say, hey, Levy, so what's up? You feel better? So can people lead a stress-free life if it is that they have all the monies in the world? What you guys think, people? What do you guys think? All the money, no need I want, can they lead a stress-free life? And I can say I believe no, I don't believe that money fix everything. So I would think that something must give, something probably must come into play that money can't fix. So I don't think that they can lead a stress-free life without, even if they have all the monies in the world. Cause we see whereby which a lot of persons, have monies, but certain situation cannot be fixed by it. Right? What do you guys think? Can money fix everything? If you have all the monies in the world, will your problem be fixed? One moment, people, don't go nowhere. We're baby tired, motor. Sorry about that, guys. Carol is muttering a little. Hobby is trying to get him down. So Dion Mercer, rich people still have problem and more than me and you. Jelly tell you realize that no money don't make you happy. A true, a true, a true. Money only can fix a certain amount of your problems, right? You don't have to worry about it, nothing at all as it regards to housing. You understand? You buy a big house and a big car, and you can go anywhere you want. That's a good thing. But really and truly, no amount of money can. Sometimes the saddest people, the saddest persons are persons who are full of money. Because sometimes they have so much money they don't really know. Then use it unwisely, really and truly. Right? So Dion Mars says money and evil can make me happy. But all of it, everybody want money though. Can't make you happy, but a lot of persons want money. Right? And another thing, people, why do we say we are okay when we are not? You understand? Sometimes persons are like stressed out to the max, but me think me pose a question earlier, but nobody never answer me. Some persons are like stressed out, right? And like, sometimes their friend texts them and say, "Oh, you be," and you say, "All right." Why is it that you need to lie about the well-being? Yeah, I had asked that question earlier, but me never get no response. And I think that we already touched on this as to if anxiety can be controlled. Um, yeah, and the ways to prohibit anxiety. We think we did talk about that before. I will talk about what are some driving force that causes anxiety as well. Mhm. But the accent is, anxious for the new year, and I think the same thing will happen in 2020. About in 2021 because, Marie say, there's a bigger, more deadly strain of the coronavirus. So not anxious about that time. I think 2021 and the year could change and everything. I could be alright. One of the thing, people, let us know. So the answer, yes, you need it in life, but can make we happy. The Mary says, yes, you need it in life, but can make we happy. True. But think it can contribute to happiness still, Dion, but I don't think it can truly make you happy. I think, you can have the most money in the world and be the most unhappiest or miserable person ever. So I do agree with that, Dion. Do agree. I'm just skipping through the questions of people. Sharisa said, Miss TFR, I look at 2021 and take time to grow it. Go arrow. So Diane said, no, Sharisa said, me as TFR, I look at 2021 and I take time go arrow. Said, far I look at 2021, Sharisa. 2021 on Friday, can you believe it? That New Year's Day is just around the corner. People remember when I was in university, some of years ago, and we did something and we were talking about Vision 2020. I can't believe that 2020 come and done. Vision 2020 come and done, and all the things that 2020 brought. That's another thing, never really touched on that tonight. But this corona thing never make una anxious people. Talk truth. Who must touch on that people? This thing never make una anxious. I know a lot of person that anxious. I know initially that I was a very anxious, people. Always wear my mask and the thing about it. Cayman is kind of different other countries in the world in the sense that we don't wear masks anymore, social distancing, etc. Because them government there's a tight grip on it. But I know that a lot of persons so tell me, no anxious about this whole situation going on now, people. When persons come around, I don't have on a mask, but kind of tight up a little bit. I can tell you that initially that when this thing broke out, yeah, you know, now approach my father, don't abandon the mask. Gonna need the mask. The sanitizer and everything we touch, me sanitize and all of that. We kind of aware they are not aware there. Let me know, people. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. I remember I did a video bleach. I used to bleach off all of my things, all of the groceries, right?
bleach and wash them off, and then spray the Lysol on them, taking it to another level, people. So Shalicia said, I don't know what to think. But were you anxious or are you still anxious? Someone must have posed this question from earlier when a lot of persons were on the live, right? Were you anxious or are you still anxious about this corona thing? Yeah, someone must have asked this question, man. Oh, when my brain they go, the reason why my brain is that because over here in Cayman we now really experience an anxious and anxiety thing about the coronavirus per se, because we said colleague we are doing things but we never really think of we really never think say end of year we'll be able to do certain things what we are doing now, right? So Shalicia said, I am so afraid. So Shalia, always wear your mask and always sanitize. Don't. Right? I remember when it just came out, people, I was so, afraid. Like, as Leo entered through the door, straight bathroom, take off his clothes, put them on side. If not only spray them, but we used to spray them down with some Lysol, right? And yeah, he's going outside or he's going and work at hospital, so put on the mask from now to go straight in the hospital. Don't wait till you reach work to put on mask. So yeah, a lot of different things, right? But sorry about that. Shalicia said I am not so afraid. So Shalicia is saying that she's not so afraid with the corona. So I don't know what me this is not from. I'm just seeing it again. I am not afraid. I'm just seeing it. I'm just seeing it. So why aren't you not afraid, Shalicia? And not a lot of persons getting sick. I used to follow up on the news, Shell. To be honest, we used to follow up on it. Um, in Jamaican news, American news, Cayman news, every day over here in Cayman, they used to have like, what do you call it? Press conference, briefing. Every second me used to watch that, every 2 times a day, every day. But we don't know why we never touched on this earlier. I realized that not saying that we not do the protocols, right? Sanitization and wearing masks, etc. Back then when it was necessary. We realized that if it is that we don't follow up on the news, we not get as anxious and worried. So time used to follow up on how much person die, how much person sick, how much person contract it. It's the same thing going on, people. And I'm not saying that you should not do the necessary thing. I'm just saying that sometimes you have to take yourself out of the situation. If you think that if you know that certain things really affect your anxiety, yeah, that the cause makes me really anxious initially, right? And I realized that not listening I'm not reading news, Cayman news, but not listening to how much person in America and the UK catch it and die. It really help my anxiety level, like go through the roof, right? That was early up though when the coronavirus just started, but over time, yeah. So the answers have nothing to say about it, anything or anything. We can't stop what God's plan is. Mhm. True, true. But when you just hear about this virus, Dion, weren't you not just a little bit anxious? Weren't you trying to build up your, oh, me never dare think about this. Weren't you trying to build up your immune system? You start drink all the ginger and the garlic where you could have find. So a lot of persons were anxious, because guess what? You sometimes we go at the supermarket, we couldn't find any ginger. Like seriously. We couldn't find any ginger, couldn't find any garlic, we couldn't find nothing at all. Right? I remember that so clearly. And then basically people when I saw a video in Jamaica whereby which persons could get toilet tissue. People have fight over toilet tissue. Lifestyle price gone up all over, you know. really, really expensive. So I don't know. I know that for some persons are not anxious. I weren't as anxious, you know. Some persons think that it's just like the common flu and all of that, so no need for worry. But some persons are on the anxious side. Okay. I mean, I tell no lie. If it is that the virus was rampant in the Cayman Islands, would have been more anxious, right? I remember somebody said online that if it is that you remove yourself from the situation, you remove yourself from the situation. Sorry, you remove the anxiety out of the situation, you will not be that stressed. And I totally agree. I totally agree. I think we talked about that already. What is the best way to deal with anxiety, people? Medication. If the medication is the best way to deal with anxiety, let me know, people. Or the other tips, right, that I had mentioned before. Like, our basically medication is just a last resort. Wanna say? Shar says me miss everything tonight. And that's okay, Shar. You're there with me every night. So you kinda accept because of your business. There's nothing wrong with that, man. Right? We want kind of winding up down now, Shar. We winding down, right? Talk about anxiety and stress tonight. And so we kind of winding down. Obi and I we're going to take a dry spell a couple days. We'll probably vlog. We're considering just to do an impromptu. An impromptu. God, but we no back out. If all goes well, we do an impromptu vacay. We don't know, right? An impromptu just go and leave, but we'll carry on the journey. We might go live at the location. We don't know. You understand? So we might go live at the location, bring you along with them and right? So, sorry. This one. So they just want a different in environment. Don't type it to the same place every day. So sometimes you just want a difference in environment. Just wake up and just feel say, yo, want a difference in environment. But we guys will sure to, either upload a video, make us see what going, or, we go live on the location, giving one a little tour and all of that. Right? So, guys, it was really, 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 really nice having you guys tonight. We're calling it a early night, the people. 11:40 kind of early for me. We're calling in an early night to people tonight. And, if you come in live tomorrow, we'll be sure to let you know whether or not we're coming live. But we really, really, really appreciate the love, people. Really, really, really appreciate it. Guys, have a wonderful night. I think it's just our 11:40 now, 20 minutes to 12, 20 minutes to 12. But I think it's 9:40. Shar is a better person, right? 9:40 for Shar, right? But it's actually to 12 o'clock, right? So it's not that early, right? But guys, we really, really appreciate it. We may or may not come online tomorrow, but we're gonna make it know. If we come online, it would be in a probably a different scenario, right? But we're gonna make it know out, man. All right, so Shari said we miss everything. Shari says people, she's gonna give away a lot of things, people on her live on Wednesday. So please Yo, Shar, glow up. Some love. I'm gonna get some of the things then. Get some of the things then from Shar people. Shar says, well, me get something, Shar. Yes, people. So Shar giving away a lot of things. So show her some love, right? And she'll want some of that love, Shar. So ensure say you have Shalicia special thing put right down. Sure you have it put right down, Shar. Right. So guys, I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow. And as I said, if it is that we're not coming on tomorrow, we'll sure to let you know. Or if we're coming in on tomorrow, it'll probably be in a different, a different lighting. We'll probably go live. If it is that we do go, it's an impromptu thing, people. If we do that, we're not back out and we do go. We're going to take you live on the property with us. And we think we might love it, right? Shall say, Share, you're sending it to Jamaica, Share. Yes, barrel a come. Yeah, that a barrel should have saying come, right? Barrel, no, sir. Mhm. So, guys, so thank you so much again for tuning in. I will see you guys tomorrow. We'll probably go live on the location. No, someone love that, you know. I know someone love that. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Love you. Bye bye.